No! I made a mistake. I got this crazy idea to make some signs here for our anniversary tree, the cypress here, Cypressus Arizona. So I want to make this small copper shield here and put it down here for every anniversary episode. So I was thinking episode 5, 10, 25, 50 and 100. But it's going to get quite expensive with the copper shields, I can imagine now, because I just made this mistake. So I will see if I have another piece of copper here I can use to make this correct. So welcome to this 8th episode of Our Secret Garden. In this episode, it's more like an episode about a garden update. We are going to show you some things in the garden. We are going to talk about the projects that we finished and the projects that we are prioritizing onwards from here. We are going to talk about things to do in the garden here in fall. We are in the 2nd month of fall here in Denmark. Quite beautiful weather today in this afternoon here, and we're going to talk about what tasks will be good to do in this period in the garden. That includes stuff like weeding and putting down bulbs and so on. We're also going to talk about a little competition that I made with my wife behind the camera about 2 small flower beds, and I can hear our crew member Miko whining, so we will go over to an intro to this program and check back later if I can finish this correctly. So welcome to this episode of Our Secret Garden. I think it turned out okay. Next one will be better, I hope. But the idea is to put this down on a pole here, and we can have it here, and it's going to be so much fun to look back in some years and see that this is from season 1, episode 5. So the first anniversary tree in the garden. So let's hope it survives the winter. I think it will. I hope it will. Or we will change it without you guys noticing. So let's move on. In this garden update, as you can see down here, we have encountered a wee bit of problem with these boxwoods. I'm starting to get very annoyed with boxwood because there are so many problems with them. You can see here some of them are sort of withered away, and I think they had enough water and such, so that's not the problem. So I have no idea what's going on here, but luckily we got some extras here that we can put in. But I'm quite done with boxwood at this moment. So for these hedges going down here and around here, we have actually bought something else for these hedges, which I'm looking very forward to planting, and that's sort of hedge that my wife especially wanted, and we will see about it when it comes, if it can handle the frost. That's my most biggest concern about that sort of hedge, but that's for a later episode. Let's move on here. I want to show you a flower down here which are just flowering right now. Take a look at this one in the orange flower bed here. It's Echinacea hot papaya. What a flower. I really hope it will spread. As you can see in here also, this one What's the name of it? I don't recall it, but that one has grown quite well as well. And all the other plants are looking quite fine. This one here has died, but that's how it is with when you plant so many at the time. Don't step on the boxwood. Another problem I want to show you with these boxwoods, those ones here, also some of those are turning sort of brown and ugly, and I'm not sure if I should quickly remove those and plant some new ones if there's something in here that can spread to the others, some disease or something like that, but I'm not sure about it yet. I'll need to look into it. But as you can see here, and as you know from earlier episodes, we finished some of the projects that we set out to do. We finished the orange flower bed and the yellow flower bed, and also we finished this pathway here. So that's 3 projects that we can cross from the list, and that's very nice. If it wasn't because we have found a lot of new projects to do, but we'll tell you about those later. I want to show you another thing we just bought. As you can see here as well, I can't move past this, so annoying. Look at these boxwoods here, and it's quite moist and fine, so I'm not sure what it is with them. Here as well, they are sort of green in the top here, so I'm not sure if I need to replace these as well. I'm never going to buy boxwood again. So annoying. But some brighter news over here. Take a look at this stunning new tree we bought. This one, I saved the sign so I could tell you guys, is Albizia julibresin summer chocolate. In Danish it's called a Persian silk tree. And it should grow to around 2 to 3 meters high. But I think I need to protect it very well in the winter. So I hope I can manage to get it to survive. And we don't want to make this an anniversary tree before it survives one winter at least. But I love it. Also these gingers in here, they have quite taken off. The Helichrystis ginger, something like that. They should come with a big, I think it's a big white flower, but I'm not sure they will flower this year, but we'll see. I love the leaves, very exotic plant. Astrantias here, also looking amazing. I think this sort of white glow to them. Down here I planted some potential Miss Wilmot that I propagated from seeds I bought in the spring, and they were quite small when I planted them a month or so ago, but now they have quite taken off, so I'm looking forward to seeing these. They are probably not going to get any flowers this year, but I'm looking forward to seeing them next year. I think that was it here, but I just want to quickly show you this tree. I'll type in the name, but look at that stunning autumn color starting to show. It will turn completely yellow. Lovely color. Over here, take a look at this one as well. That's a big flower. Anyway, we have been so occupied by all these projects and planting palm trees and boxwood hedges and all this stuff, so we are quite behind in the normal maintenance here in the garden. So this episode is also going to be about the maintenance and the stuff you can do in the garden in the fall and autumn. So let's have a look at that. So one of the important things that you can do here in the fall, in the autumn, is to get around weeding your flower beds. As you can see here in this red flower bed, it's been quite some time since we did some weeding. And the good thing about autumn, fall here is that the soil here is sort of wet, and somehow the weed is easy to pull out of the ground, out of the soil like this. As you can see, it goes off quite well. So it's actually a quite satisfying task to do here, because you get all the roots up, and that also helps you prepare this flower bed for the spring, and also helps all the perennials and other stuff to get some air around them and get the nutrients in the ground and not be disturbed by all this weed. So it's hard work, but you know what? Hard work is good. One of the big jobs you can do in the fall in your garden is to move and divide your perennials. So we brought this hosta here from the front end of the garden back here, and I have split it in two, and I think I'll try to split it so it becomes 4, and it can be given away and we can use some of it ourselves. So it's a good time now, because the soil is still hot and moist, so it's easy to transplant them into other parts of your garden. Just remember, if it's a dry period, to water them a bit. So now we split this one, I can show you. I just need to take the weed here away before giving it. I'm actually thinking about it. This is some sort of seeds that I can use. If I should cut them now and dry them, or I should wait. So that's another task I can look into. But remember, you can remove your perennials, divide them and put them other places in the garden, because the ground is so hot still, and they will have plenty of time to settle in. Over here I want to show you in the, whoops, move this, in the white flower bed here, which should actually be all white flowers, but nature wanted some other way. Here you can see this flower here. I don't recall its Latin name. It's Hestemynde in Danish. I'll type it in. Monarda. I hear a distant voice in my head. Monarda. These ones are red and they should be white. So yeah, they are also in for a surprise now. They need to be transplanted, and luckily we have the red flower bed that they will be looking amazing in. So I'm just taking a big root ball here, and they are planted this year, so they are not that established yet. And I will remember to bring this one, and I'll put them far back here. I hope they will get enough sun. I think I'll put one in here, because those loopies are not going quite well. So let's put in one of these here as well, to see if we can get some red flowers in this spot as well. It's below this, that's a bit too low in the ground. It's below this palm tree here, so I'm not sure it will get enough sunlight, but we'll see. It's better than just digging it up and throwing it away, to use it other places in the garden. I think this one, I will need to water it a bit. Oh, that's a root. I'll give it some water later. So, good job to do in the fall. Remove, divide, and put new perennials in the ground. Another very cool job to do in the fall, autumn, is to take seeds from your perennials. As we just showed you a complete episode about taking seeds from different perennials, it's a very good time of year to do that in the fall. Actually, that's a very important job if you have a big garden, to try to take some seeds and see if you can germinate some plants for yourself. We already did that, so I'm not going to do it again. But I have something else. Just move around here because I have unboxing. Way! This is actually a box full of competition. I'll just quickly show you a video from Henriette's Planteskole where we bought some bulbs and actually made a competition between me and my wife between the camera, Nadia. See here for yourself. So here we are at Henriette's Planteskole, and we are just going to look at some bulbs here from tulips and alliums and other stuff, and we just decided to make a little small contest between me and Nadia, my wife. So we have the two triangular shaped beds which we have not bought bulbs for yet, so we made a small competition. She got one flower bed and I got one flower bed, and I think for my flower bed I will pick this one, this giant ambassador allium, and I will pick this lovely orange rusty tulip here, Annie Schilder. I think I'll pick 3 bags. You can always win by numbers. And then I will pick this one, the tulip brown sugar. I think I will take 3 bags as well. And then it's your turn. What's your pick? She'll pick this one, Fritillaria. How many you want? 3 bags. Yes. Exciting. What's she gonna pick? She picks Narcissus Thalia. 3 bags. Yes. And last one. She is going to pick Tulip Merlot. Lovely Bordeaux color. How many bags you want? 4 bags. Okay. So the competition is on. Be sure to comment, leave a comment below and tell us who you think will win, and we will show you in the spring how it goes. So we are ready to put down the bulbs in these two. If we get up here, just quickly want to show you what flower beds we are talking about. It's actually these triangular ones. This one is going to be my part in the competition, this triangular shape here. And the one, I'll just wait. The one over there, this triangular one, is going to be my wife's competition flower bed. So that's quite exciting. So I'll quickly show you what sort of bulbs we bought. As you can see in the picture here, we bought some different bulbs. And for me, it's I bought this giant ambassador allium. This is a tulip called Brown Sugar. And I also bought this tulip Annie Schilder for my flower bed. I'll just put them out here. Bum, 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 bum. These are mine. My own. Yeah. And my wife bought the lilies. I'm not sure what they're called. Lilies. This one. Thalia for her. I think she has one. This one. We'll be sure to show the names. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. And the tulip. Merlot. Lovely Bordeaux color, I think it was. We bought this one as well. I'm not sure what this is for. Maybe it's for intruders. I'll show you a picture of the two flower beds with how they will look, how the flowers look, and I would like you guys to make a comment. Who of us do you think will win this competition, and who will get the best and the most and the prettiest looking flower bed? So be sure to leave a comment below who you vote for. So we will get back to you in the spring on this competition, and we will see how it goes. But that's another task, almost forgot, important task to do here in the fall. It's putting down bulbs in the ground, bulbs that need to to get up in the spring, you need to put them down here in the fall, autumn, and actually October here, mid-fall, is a good time of year here in Denmark to put them down. So be sure to look into that. And the good thing about putting down bulbs for spring is that you will get flowers in the garden for a longer period of time, and that's actually something that we wanted to do here in our secret garden, and something that we really needed, because we have the most flowers in just June, July and August, so we need some earlier flowers to bring some life into the garden in the early springtime. So I'm looking very forward to that. And also we just put in a big order at Farmer Gracie for a lot of bulbs. I think it was 2,000 bulbs we bought for the rest of the flower beds. But that's for another episode. The competition for this one, bulbs for later. I'm just moving these now, but actually their roots look quite fine, I think. But the plant does not look fine. Anyway, it's a good time of year here in the fall, mid-fall, late fall, to plant your hedges. They will have plenty of time to establish themselves before it gets cold. And you don't have to water as much, because the sun is not that hard on them, and there's still hot soil for them. I'm so tired of planting boxwood. But oh well, it has to be done. I think that's it. Not sure if I'm doing this correctly, but it used to work for all the other boxwoods I planted, so I hope it's going to be okay. Most important thing is the line is looking okay, I think. The last task we want to show you is what we are doing here, and that's pruning some berry bushes here. So the fall is a very good time to prune and cut trees and bushes and such, but also always make sure that you look up the kind of plant that you want to prune, and make sure that it's a good time to do it here in the fall, because it may vary between the plants, from different plant to plant. So good time of year also to be pruning. Here we are at the very end of this program. I'm holding this sign down here because I'm using glue. I'm not sure that's a good idea, but it was the idea was to not drill any holes in the sign, so that's why I'm using glue here. So I'm finishing off this sign, and I'm not able to use my hands and arms, so bear with me. So that was it for this episode. Remember that good tasks here in the autumn include stuff like weeding, pruning bushes and trees, putting down new hedges, and also cutting those hedges, and dividing perennials, taking seeds from perennials, and planting and moving perennials as well. So it's a good time of year to plant, plant, plant. Did we forget anything? No? Seeds? Yes, taking seeds. We got that as well. So that was it for this episode. Oh, I forgot another one. Putting down bulbs as well. Bulbs for spring. Very good time of year to do here in October in Denmark, in the autumn. So that was it for this episode of Our Secret Garden. In the next episode we are going to unbox 2,000 spring bulbs from Farmer Gracie in Holland. And we are going to put those down and show you how we are doing it and what color we picked. So see you in the next episode of Our Secret Garden.